You got sad trainers and a fucked up face. Your mum's a whore and your dad's not your dad, mate. The postman came round and did your mum. You don't come from your dad, but a post office run. I was 12 years old when I heard that news. I was surprised to find that of all the abuse of my mum and dad and the mark on my head, it was having sad trainers that kept me awake in my bed. Why were they sad? How to be cool? I was 12 years old and had lost my youth. Mum had brought the trainers from a market stall, the man swearing blind. They all wear them at school. I wasn't so sure when she brought them home. Velcro is better till you can tie your own. But what's this name stitched on the side? They're made in Taiwan, so you know they're all right. But I've never heard of this mate, nor seen them before. But she said she were great. She said she was sure, and who was I to believe this tale? For she was my mum and had never failed to pick me up when I fell down, or make me laugh inside and out. She'd steered me through 12 years of life like the heated steel of a missile strike, never missing, never wrong, but with one decision, perfect record gone. You got sad trainers, you stupid puff. Are you disabled, got a club foot? You got sad trainers, you fucking gay. Went the abuse day after day. And yes, I felt helpless, cold as a stone, and hid anywhere that would leave me alone. But they would always find me, the ones in the notes. The Reebok pumps and the Adidas stripes. You got sad trainers, you little bitch. And then they'd attack with stones and with sticks. But despite all the beatings and the bruises they left, it was the names that they called me that left me bereft. Bereft of the innocence that's taken away with the foolish words that children say. Little remarks they don't understand that they learn at home from their old man. The simplest of words turn to be cruel. Divide and conquer. Divide and rule. It was a Monday morning when I finally broke. Who knew the depths words could provoke? I was sitting alone at the back of the field when me and my trainers were spotted, revealed. 3 of them came, 2 bigger than me, sticks at the ready, Nikes on their feet. Oi, sad trainers, get over here. You think you can hide? Look, boys, a tear. You gonna cry? Told you he was a puff. It was then that I broke. Then that I took up the arms against my foe. Coldest day I'd ever known. I caught the first square in the chest, my birth-stained head smack in his chest, top of my skull smashing his chin. He tumbled away, the grass catching him. The second protagonist turned in fear, the courage of one who fights in the rear, but I tripped him up as he turned to flee and jumped on him with a savage glee, pulling hair, biting flesh, soon his face a bloody mess of tears and fear and childhood pain as I smashed his face again and again, till I felt a rasping blow, a kick to the head and a halcyon glow and a cheek imprinted with a Nike logo. Oi, sad trainers, you perfume gay, as he christened me on that first school day. Now you're gonna fucking die. And he came at me with death in his eyes, hit me with his hardest blow, fell in me like the tallest oak, blood gushing hot across my scalp. Now I would die, he had no doubt. But I stood before he hit me twice, sure of foot and so alive, and beat him till his tears ran dry, my blood and his on his Nikes, until I finally felt it done. I had sad trainers, but I had won. That was the only fight I ever had. I chose my own shoes after that. And despite the questions Mum churned out, I never said what the fight was about. I never ever let her know that it was the trainers that bloodied my nose, that the Velcro straps from the market stall weren't a bargain after all. And I learned a lot from those painful days, but this ain't a tale about good prevails. It didn't stop kids finding the place to stick in the words to make my heart break. It didn't stop loneliness, it didn't stop fear. All it changed were the shoes I'd wear, and the fight itself just a moment in time when I broke in body and spirit and mind. A moment of such sheer surprise that I never really healed inside. And even now they sit with me, their bloody faces, all I see, my fists all sticky, bloody red as I threw my trainers behind the cricket shed, walking home in my unpaired socks, clotted hair in my mousy locks. It's nearly 20 years since that fight, sticks and stones in the crisp sunlight, blood upon a cricket pitch, a pair of trainers flung in the ditch. 20 years, and what have I learned? A simple law about getting hurt. Follow the rules, buy all the gear, do as you're told, you've nothing to fear. Be as a robot, marching in line, heavy with logos displayed all the time. Better be idiot than man with a thought. Better by night than a dodgy import. Better be cool, be with a man, bury your hopes, your dreams, your plans. And that all seems so simple till I became a dad, because it's hard to kill dreams you've never had. So what will I do with these children of mine when they're 12 years old and there comes a time when I must decide the trainers they wear? Will I deny them a pair of Nike Air? Will I stand up to those materialist gods and have my children run home to me, crying in sobs? Or will I buy them the latest fad, so they hold the sticks and judge what's sad? I've got sad trainers and a fucked up face, but two beautiful children with a life yet to make. I am their guide, their rock in the storm, and I've been making mistakes since the day they were born. For I'm still that child who threw his trainers away. Maybe, just maybe, I'll find them one day. Thank you.